What's up, Squat Squad? Welcome to Slav Guns. Today we're checking out the Howa Oryx. All right, I need to get down from this chair. Please don't break. All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Slav Guns. After a few videos on handguns such as the HKP-30 and the popular Ruger Wrangler, we're back to episode 4 of the Precision Rifle series. Today we're looking at the second chassis gun chambered in .308, and this is the Howa Oryx. The Howa what? I think it's fairly safe to assume that most gun owners are either not familiar with or possibly have never even heard of Howa until this video. Those that did, however, know just how good of a value these guns are. Howa is a Japanese firearms manufacturer that is known for quality and precision, and this gun is no different. So let's take a look at some of the major features of this gun. As we have seen recently, the trend has been for manufacturers to take their popular guns and put them into new chassis systems. Rather than developing their own chassis, Howa went ahead and they took what they're known for, their actions, and partnered with the industry leaders for chassis. The Howa Oryx is the Howa 1500 action that's put into a chassis developed by MDT. If you're into precision shooting or have done any research, you probably heard of MDT. The chassis, which is also available separately in the United States from Legacy Sports, is a full monolithic aluminum chassis designed to offer both accuracy and adjustability. So let's start with the gun and we'll circle back to the chassis. The rifle is chambered in .308 Winchester and features a 26-inch heavy barrel, and it's fretted for a suppressor. The rifle weighs about 11.5 pounds and is available in 3 different colors: this green, flat dark curve, and gray. What's nice is there are a variety of barrel lengths, even for each caliber. The Howa Oryx is available in a variety of calibers, so they have two different actions. The standard actions are chambered in 6mm Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, and this .308 Winchester. The gun's also available in a mini action, that's 300 Blackout, 223, 7.62x39, and 6.5 Grendel. And the gun is also available in a long action, which is 300 Win Mag, and I would look forward to shooting that, especially if you can get to rechamber it in 300 PRC.
This year we also came out with the 300 PRC, which is a 30 cal Magnum that has those same benefits, chamber design, everything that the Creedmoor has, only in a long action Magnum 300 with 225 grain ELD match loads or a 212 grain hunting load.
As mentioned, the barrels come fretted. However, the guns do not come with any muzzle brakes or any muzzle devices. So if you do plan on shooting a lot, I would highly consider, and in fact encourage you, go get one. Go get a brake of some sort. Or if you live in a free state, go get a suppressor for it. The action is a Howa 1500 action, and it comes with this nice oversized bolt handle. The gun has a 3-position safety that would be appreciated by many. So it's either ready to fire or in the middle position where it's safe, but you can open the bolt handle, or all the way in the back where the gun is safe and you cannot open the bolt handle. Moving on to the chassis. So the stock is adjustable for both comb height and length of pull, right here and right here. Unlike the Thompson Center, which had a thumb wheels to make the adjustments, the Howa Oryx takes a bit more work. So to adjust the comb height, you do have Allen bolts here and here that you would need to adjust. To adjust the length of pull, the rifle uses spacers, and you can add additional spacers to increase the length of pull, or you can remove them to decrease. So moving on down, the chassis comes with a very nice over-molded pistol grip, and it's fairly upright, so it's going to be appreciated. And of course, you can replace it with a grip of your choice. The MDT chassis uses AICS compatible mags, and the gun comes with one 10-rounder made by MDT. Up front, you have a polymer grip panel that covers the aluminum chassis, and you have plenty of M-lock rails right on the bottom, and you also do have one space for a traditional thingy to attach your pipe. What the hell is it called? Oh, a swivel stud. That's what I'm talking about. So lastly, the trigger. So the Howa comes with the HACT trigger, which stands for Howa Actuator Control Trigger, and it's designed to eliminate both creep and to lighten the trigger pull. The trigger, it's a two-stage trigger. So the first one, you take it in. The first stage is right around 10 ounces, and then it takes between 2.5 to 3.8 pounds to break the trigger. On my gun, once again, it averaged about 10 ounces for the first stage, and the trigger broke at right around 4 pounds. Rounding it out, so the gun does come with a lifetime warranty, which we saw with the Thompson Center, and the gun also comes with a sub-MOA guarantee for guns purchased after January 1st, 2017. Do note, however, that the lifetime warranty and the MOA guarantee only apply to the original owner. The guns, they have an MSRP of around $1,150, and you should be able to get one at your local dealer for about $1,000. So let's take a look at how it shoots. As I mentioned in the video introducing the series, to get a fair baseline for the guns, we'll be shooting Hornady Match 308 ammo. This is the 168 grain load with the ELD Match bullets. The reason why we're using Hornady Match ammo is because the ammo is designed for repeatable accuracy. Hornady accomplishes this for stringent quality control, ensuring proper bullet seating, consistent charges for pressures and optimal velocities, and of course, consistent overall length. If you do not reload but want the best accuracy you can get out of your gun, pick up Hornady Match ammo. And I want to thank Hornady for providing some ammo for the series. Furthermore, we're going to get started with some load development to really see how far hand loads can push the accuracy. So for this, I've loaded some ammo, and we're going to run a ladder test so we can take a look at where we can find some accuracy nodes. For this, we're using once or twice fired brass with Hornady 168 grain ELD bullets. The powder I'm shooting today is the IMR 8208, which I've had success with in the past, particularly the Thompson Center LRR. And since coming out to the range for just a few boxes of ammo would be, well, tough, especially in a day like today, I went ahead and loaded some ammo where I think we'll get some good accuracy, including 41.6 and 42 grains of 8208. That's what worked with the Thompson Center. As this barrel is 26 inches versus the 20 in the Thompson Center, I think we'll get some fairly fast velocities, and we'll have a chrono to measure that. Okay. Where this is really going to play out is once we start shooting past 1,000 yards, that extra 100 feet per second or so out of the 6 inches of barrel we have on here is really going to help keep the bullet supersonic longer. Finally, we'll be using our Leupold Mark 5 HD scope on this gun for the accuracy benchmarks. This way we're using the same scope on all of the guns. And once again, a huge thanks to Leupold for providing the scope for the term of the series. And make sure to take a look at the video specifically on the scope, which I've linked in the description box below. If you're looking for a great scope, which is made fully in the United States and comes with a lifetime warranty, make sure to check out the Leupold Mark 5 HD. So let's get started. think that's in the white. I don't see it. I think it's in between, so I'm just gonna finish this group. And then we'll find him. Ah, okay, actually I think I see it. That shot was pulled. Okay. Let's go take a look. All right, so there is our 5-shot group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're aiming here. Yeah, so a little high. But, so I mean, if we're looking at a 3-shot group, and we'll measure it when we get home, yeah, that's definitely sub 1 MOA. 3-shot group. Oops, I'm sorry. All right, so if we're looking at it as a 3-shot group, 1, 2, 3, that's definitely sub MOA. As a 5-shot group, yeah, we have a bit of a spread. That's about 1. It's a bit less than 2-inch group. I mean, that's weird. I mean, it could have been me. So, but the ammo is a bit hotter. Okay. It's a 1/4 mil low, 1/2 mil left. Left, right above it. I focus on my trigger control because I know I'm not slapping it. One of the things I will say, it's already starting to annoy me quite a bit. This bolt handle keeps unscrewing. All right, I think we're beginning of a good groove. Right above it. Just 3. So that group is definitely sub MOA. Let's see if I'm going to screw it up. I think I pulled that shot. Yep, I screwed it up. Pulled it 1/2 mil left. Perfect, right in that same group. I really do kind of need to discard that one shot. I pulled it, I called it as soon as I even saw it. Alright, but we'll have one more go at it. Okay, so let's see the barrel. Damn, it's already hot. 5 rounds. .2743 feet per second. Over and up, but that'll be on the camera, so we're good. .2743 again. Talk about consistency. And the round is almost basically right there. Okay, I think I see it. It's pull down a little bit. 27.26. Yep. Basically saying home. Okay, don't fuck up the 5-shot group. Yeah, sorry for the language. .2749. Bam. Same group. Okay. Slap that one, 27.32. But I did not screw up the group. Very nice. Alright, so officially this gun can shoot. Beautiful. Finally, it's not as hot as balls out outside, so I'm wearing a bit more comfortable clothing. Alright, so what do I think about the gun? There's a lot to like about the gun, and this gun would definitely be a must-buy about 3 years ago. Today, however, the marketplace is far more crowded. So, let's start with the good. As we saw, the gun is certainly accurate and sub-MOA for 3-shot groups and is 1 MOA with factory match ammo for 5-shot groups. With hand loads, we're able to achieve sub-MOA 5-shot groups and sub-half MOA 3-shot groups without much load development. For a 308, this is quite good, and more on this later. The action is nice and smooth, and the extended bolt handle is surely going to be appreciated by most people. The MDT chassis is also quite nice and completes the firearm very well. The chassis feels really good in the hand with a pretty nice build quality overall. The company should also be commended for making firearms available with a large amount of calibers and chassis colors. On the other hand, there are a number of things that I had an issue with, and some missing features that are currently found on competing products. First, a fairly big annoyance is that the bolt handle kept getting loose, and I suppose a quick fix for this would be Loctite, but you just expect it to come like that from the factory. Now, while the bolt handle was the only malfunction, the list of annoyances was quite a bit longer. The first annoyance is the trigger. As we discussed, this gun comes with a very excellent Howa hacked trigger. On the other hand, from the factory, the trigger is set fairly heavy, right around 4 pounds, and I don't know if this is done by Howa or Legacy, which is the importer for the gun. Most annoying, however, is that seemingly one of those two doesn't want you to mess around with the trigger. So what they did is they put anti-tamper compound on the front of the trigger where you would adjust the trigger weight. So this is one of those okay. I mean, I don't want to call it an anti-gun step, but I mean, anti-precision. Another annoyance, if you can call it that, is that unlike the Ruger Precision and Thompson Center rifles, there are no toolless adjustments with the MDT Oryx chassis. If you want to adjust either the length of pull or the comb height, you will need tools. There are bolts here, and then you would need spacers in order to make those adjustments. And I call this an annoyance because it may or may not be an issue for you. For instance, if you're going to be the only one shooting the gun in one position, in one type of weather, then the cheek comb height and length of pull will probably not change. But if you're going to be shooting, say, prone, then from a bench, then from a squad, or shooting sticks in various climates, meaning one time you might be in a t-shirt, then you're in your tracksuit, or then in a jacket, or simply you're going to be shooting it with another shooting partner, you're certainly going to appreciate a quick way to make those adjustments. Furthermore, while you can with some chassis systems, on this gun, you simply can't take off the stock and replace it with an AR stock such as a Magpul PRS. So do keep that in mind. Like I said, you can do it on a Ruger Precision, you can do it on the new Mossberg MVP. You're not going to be able to do it because it has a monolithic chassis. The other annoyance is the 3-position safety. Now, while there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, an annoyance that I have is that in the hand, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to adjust because it feels a little flimsy, almost kind of like it's a small thin piece of metal trying to move a bigger mess. The Thompson Center LRR also has a similar safety, but it's a 2-position rather than 3, and that guy feels a lot more solid in a hand. The last 2 annoyances are not about a gun or a feature, but more specifically what the gun lacks. In the United States, as shipped from Legacy Sports, the gun does not come with any type of muzzle device, such as a brake or a compensator, even though it comes with a threaded barrel. Nor does it come with any scope base or mounting ring. All of this leads me to the bottom line. Oh wait, you're down here. The bottom line is this. The Howa Oryx is a good gun with a great warranty and a sub-MOA guarantee, which you'll likely never need to claim. As yes, the gun is certainly sub-MOA. The problem is, in 2019, I think the gun comes up short, pun intended, in its value proposition at the current price. For anyone who has been asleep or possibly locked away in the Soviet gulag since 2016, gun sales are down, once again pun intended. One of the few exceptions is long-range precision rifles. Manufacturers have been responding to the massive increase in demand in PRS, NRL, and other long-range and extended long-range disciplines. And they've come out with a lot of new ready-to-go packages. In our Precision Rifle series, we've looked at the Thompson Center LRR and are looking next at the Ruger Precision Rifles in 6.5 PRC and 300 PRC, and the Hawkeye Long Range Target in 6.5 PRC, and finally the Mossberg MVP Precision in 224 Valkyrie. All of those guns come with scope bases, and most of them come with muzzle brakes. Furthermore, the Thompson Center even comes with a bipod and a fairly nice shooting bag at the same price or less than the Howa. As such, in 2019, it would be much harder for me to recommend this gun especially since adding a muzzle brake and a scope base will easily set you back $200. Now, do you need a muzzle device? If you're buying a 223 or 6mm Creedmoor model, probably not. But if you're buying a 308 or a 300 Win Mag, yeah, you do. In either case, your competitors provide it for the same price or less, so it should be expected, right? The one exception here is that Howa and Legacy, they do have a model for the United States, which is the Howa American Flag Chassis gun with an MSRP of $14.99, which, while they're not in this awesome MDT chassis, they do come with a muzzle brake, a bipod, a one-piece scope base, rings, and even a nice Nico Sterling 4-16 power scope. One reason that you'll want to buy the Howa is that if you are looking for a 308 and you need a 26-inch barrel, this would be a good model. And it'd be a great choice, as many of the competitors are only 20 or 24-inch barrels. The 26-inch barrel will provide an additional 100 or 150 feet per second in velocity, which will be appreciated by those shooting past 1,000 yards. 1,000 yards, 308. Just kidding, you really could do it. So that's the Howa Oryx for the majority of the buyers. If you're a reloader, there are a few more things to consider. As we know, the Howa Oryx uses the MDT chassis. This gun comes with one MDT magazine, it's polymer, it holds 10 rounds, and it functions just fine. Other 308 chassis guns may use the AICS compatible mags, such as this guy, the Accurate mag from my Thompson Center, which also works in Ruger's and a couple of other guns. The MDT mag will work with the Thompson Center. However, these Accurate mags did not want a seat and lock in the Howa Oryx. As it turns out, after doing some more research, while the MDT Oryx chassis is compatible with AICS mags, the Howa 1500 Action is not without modifications, despite the information in the catalog. Speaking with MDT, I was able to confirm this, and it was suggested that the metal magazines can be modified to fit the gun. So why would you want to use the Accurate mags or other metal mags? Well, if you're a reloader, because you're likely going to load long. SAMI spec for 308 is 2.8 inches. The MDT polymer mag that came with this gun will let you load out to about 2.83 inches for this mag. The Accurate mags, they'll let you load out to 2.91 inches. As you start going with longer, heavier, or more streamlined projectiles, you'll certainly need that extra length in the magazine. So that's my take on the Howa Oryx. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure to check out the full range footage and load development video, which should be out in the next 24 to 48 hours. If that has passed and you're watching this video in the future, then you'll see a link for the video probably in that corner or that corner. I don't know the corners yet. I'll figure them out. Once again, thank you Legacy Sports for sending me the Howa Oryx to test out. Thank you Hornady for providing the ammunition and the bullets for this gun and a few others in the series. And thank you Leupold for the Mark V HD. Thanks Inflection Design for the awesome ammo storage case that they provided, and it's already packed for the next range trip. If you loved the video and you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest guns, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, and share it with your friends. As always, I'll catch you next time. So ordinarily, I don't film videos in the evening, even though the light is actually pretty good. But it was really, really hot all day and disgusting. It finally cooled down, and I was like, great, I'm gonna go film a portion of the video. I come out here, I set up the camera. I got one neighbor doing the party, I got other neighbors screaming. I'm gonna go set up some fireworks. Yeah, and those guys did fireworks too. Oh, and there's all these stupid bugs.